my stitches, I'm back with you with a cool and crazy neck design on a kaftan top. I'm sure you won't get this technique elsewhere till now because this is an invention of my crazy mind. Today we'll cut a kaftan top, or you can make it longer as a kurti. We'll cut yoke for front and back neck and stitch it by turning method, and I'll also show you how to stitch patch for beautifying your dress. You'll need an old shawl, stole or dupatta for making this dress. So here I have an old stole. This you can fold. So this is into double fold. Iron it if possible. So your end product would be neat and tidy. See, this is the selvage side, and I folded it nicely and turned it towards myself so that I can make the marks. We don't need to mark for shoulder because this dress, this fabric is not wider than my hips. So I won't be marking shoulder. I just mark neck width, that is 2.5 inch. You can keep it 3 inch maximum. So this is, I mark 2.5 inch. That is chest into 12 if you go by formula. And back neck length is 3/4 of an inch. That is a little bit less than 1 inch. And this front neck I mark at 3 inch. That is chest into 12 plus ½ inch. So I extend these lines and keeping about half or 1 inch up, I shape the neck. You can make it any way, like round, square, whatever you want. And that's it. This is top side of the stole. So I cut 3/4 of an inch for the back neck, and this is front neck, but I don't cut it now. I'll cut it later. Okay, so this is front and back together that we are cutting, and now I cut the top, kaftan top. You can take length as long as you want, even as long as a kurti, but here I want it only 21 inch. I won't be folding anything because there are fringes, but I'll be needing ½ inch on top, so that is 21.5 inch. And this I mark. I extend this line. Here also I don't mark for the shoulders, but extend it till the end. And now I'll mark for neck width, that is same as I marked earlier. That is 2.5 inch here, 3/4 of an inch here. Extend this line and shape it. Back neck, front neck I've taken 3 inch. Extend this line and keeping 1 inch up, shape it same as the earlier one. You can do one thing, you can keep the earlier one and you can cut and keep the same one on this, and then mark the same thing and cut, because they have to be identical. The upper part we'll be using for yoke and the lower part is our top. So we cut this back neck first. I'm not taking shoulder slope, but if you want, you can take it ½ inch down. In this front neck, we separate. So this is our back side, the back part of the dress. This we separate, and this is front one. So keep it back again. You can use a pin also if your fabric is a little slippery. This dress would look even good with your old dupatta or your old scarf. So I cut the front neck. In the front neck, I'll be making a small slanting V, and that looks very beautiful. So I mark from the this line. The total neck is not more than 7 that I want. So either you can mark by this way, or you can just simply take 3 inch below the neck point where you have already cut. So this is your 3 inch down from this point, and here I take about ½ inch, and joining these 2 points there would be a V which we can cut to make a beautiful neck. Or you can if you want, you can just keep it simple, a cut only. That way also it looks nice. Or the second way is you can cut it into that slanting V. See how it is done. You start from here, and in a slanting line you cut till this point, and this is how it's a very popular shape of a neck in ready-made garments, ready-made dresses. You see that we mark on the yoke same as a regular top or kurti. We take ½ inch down. Here we take your armhole length, your chest line, that is chest into 4 plus 1½ inch, and taking 1 inch inside, and midpoint of the outline, midpoint here, ½ inch inside, I mark front armhole and back armhole. So this is the neck was same as that of the top, but in yoke I cut the outline like a kurti or a top, like half your shoulder, your armhole length, your chest line, and this, both of them I take as armhole back, and here it is cut 2 pieces. We had cut 2 pieces of the yoke, one for front, one for the back, and this is for the front, which I keep on the back side of the top, and turning towards right I pin all pieces, both these pieces together, so that they don't move. Make sure that this front cut that we made, this V cut, this is in place, and pin all these pieces like shoulder and center of the neck, because it's very important that the neck is in place. So away from the neckline where we'll be stitching, I place these pins, and later on when we'll finish stitching we'll remove these pins. So stitch around this neck. If you find it difficult to make a round neck, then sprinkle some boric acid or carom board powder on the board of your sewing machine. So turn from the corner, take the V-neck, stop at the end, and again turn. Make sure this needle is inside a bit so that it doesn't move from the stitch, and then needle inside, but lifting the pressure foot, you stitch around the neck. Remove the pins now carefully, all of them, and now we cut this extra fabric and make some cuts. but away from the stitch that we made. And this in front yoke we hadn't cut that V, so away from the stitch that we made, you cut it and turn it. Press this corner at one side so it turns neatly. And this yoke comes towards right side of the top. Pin the pieces again, but this time this yoke is turned towards the right side of the top, and here we have to pin this yoke to the top on the front side. If you want, you can fold the sides of this yoke inside and stitch on them all around, but here I won't be doing that because this is pashmina fabric and this is a woolen fabric, so I'd show you double thread using a blue and a yellow color thread and stitch around this yoke to make a beautiful design. So I show you how to do that. I have 16 number needle on my regular normal sewing machine, which almost all of us have, and here I have this spool, but I use these two threads here because I don't have two pins. I got only one pin here on my machine, and holding both threads together. If you want, you can use a small amount of glue to paste this thing if you are not able to thread your needle with two threads. Starting ½ inch away from the corner, we start stitching with these double threads, or for simplification you can make a mark by measuring, or if you have practice you can mark like this, ½ inch away from the cut. So all around it, if you make for the first mark, for the first stitch, later on it will be all in line. So this is till the last end. Now we'll stitch on this mark that we have made. You can also use an anchor thread technique, which I have shown in my earlier video, and that also looks very beautiful on this. So either by anchor thread or this double thread technique, you can make this beautiful design on this yoke, and it looks really beautiful. Once you finish stitching on this single line, you can either make multiple lines along this thread line, or you can use some patchwork or leave it just like this only. I make a similar stitch around the neck also. When you are done with the neck, it's advisable that you press or iron with a steam iron, and this is how neat your neck looks now. Now we keep back yoke on the back side of the top and stitch around the neck. We make small cuts away from the stitch that we made and turn this neck towards right side of the top. Now we make a top stitch all around it, around the edge of the neck, and you can repeat the same design even on the back with the same double thread design style, or you can make a simple same color stitch. I'm making a simple same color thread stitch because I want to use some patchwork on the back yoke. So I'll show you how to stitch patch. These kind of patches are available in the market. So once you finish stitching on this yoke, on one corner these are available in the market in any shapes and designs. So same color we'll be using for them, and we'll mark whatever is the placement of our design. So this is a random design that I've made. So mark for it, and on each mark you keep your patch and make a few multiple stitches. Keeping wrong sides out, we join the shoulders. Now turning and pressing this shoulder fold towards right side, we make a top stitch. So our pressure foot would be on this joint, and we make a top stitch here and on the other shoulder as well. This dress looks good even without side stitches, but to make it a kaftan, from this point, that was the end of our chest line, we make straight stitches. Kaftan need not be very well fitted, it can be as loose as anything. So both the sides you make straight line, and on the straight line if you make a simple straight stitch till here, you can add it till the end, but I want it till this bottom design only. Cut all the extra threads for neatness of your preparation, your creation. The other side also to make a similar straight stitch. Please let me know if you enjoyed making this kaftan top with me. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, so you get the latest updates in your mailbox. And share with your friends, comment, like, and keep watching. Goodbye.